So Zoe, you've been married for going on 5 months. I know. She's your old married couple.
Like marriage is hard. I'm like, it's easy. It's about 5 months.
5 months in. They do say the first year's the hardest though.
I think we have special circumstances in that we don't really live together.
Yeah. Maybe that's the key to lasting relationships.
It is the key. We will live together, but we're still doing the 2-city thing at the moment.
Yeah.
We live together, but we're in different places.
Different places. So out of a week, how many nights do you think that you on average?
We do it in blocks, so I've just been down here for a week, and then I'll go home for a couple of days, and
yeah, right.
But I don't mind. I mean, being a writer, it's good to have my own space to just get my work done, and he's so busy, the radio and TV stuff. But it actually suits us.
It works like doing the. How do you keep connected though? Do you think just the
constant talking and texting? We know everything that each other's doing. I've never had a partner who's that community. I remember when we first got together, he was ringing like 3 times a day. I'm like, dude.
Yeah. We used to say to him that you're too much of a keynote. Back off.
No, now we're dual keynotes.
Are you good?
Yeah, you have to balance. One of you can't be like,
yeah.
You're my wife.
So let's talk about your wedding, which, Sam and I aren't married and we might never get married, but one thing that stresses me out is the actual planning of the wedding. And I think Sam's often like, which he's the same as me in terms of maybe we'll get married, maybe we won't, but he said you've got to separate the wedding from the actual marriage, because I get really overwhelmed when I think about the big party and everyone staring at me and...
Yeah, I would almost say the absolute opposite, which is really, really do think about the marriage as a good way to define the wedding. So think about who you are going to be in your life for a long time, or think about what are your real core values, and then that's why we had such a small wedding, because we couldn't have everyone we wanted there, so we just went tiny core, almost like eloping on home turf.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, which I think is an amazing thing to do, because then it's about you having what you love there and just having a few people.
And I can't recommend a small wedding enough, because you're really present and your energy is. Like you're enjoying the day as a couple, as well as sharing it with people that are on a similar sort of wavelength, and you don't feel pulled and pushed into a million different directions. I know it's not feasible for everyone, but we really loved it, and we made the wedding as a sort of representation of us. So there was a lot of childish, silly things.
Like you did a magic trick. You had a Snickers cake.
Yeah, and they were the fun things planning it, but because it was a secret, it was, that's why I wrote the blog post afterwards, because I had to. Purge. I'd be like, most people talk about their wedding for a year. I hadn't really talked about it. It was wonderful.
Did you find it hard doing it that way though?
I found the secrecy hard, and I feel like it was a controversial move, but it was always going to be massive or tiny. There was no middle.
No, because you've got a huge family, so you couldn't even have all your family there.
No, I had one sibling, and
one sibling out of 8. Do they talk to you when you're around the dinner table now?
Yeah. Well, my other sister was meant to be there. She's my closest, but she gave birth on the day.
Yes.
So
selfish. Trying to upstage you, bitch.
And my parents, and some of my best girlfriends. But it was perfect.
Oh yeah.
And and I didn't come down afterwards and that was the real thing. The kicker was we have such a wonderful life. We're not going to have this party and then go. The rest of our life can't compare.
Yeah.
So we felt lucky. Couldn't wait to get back from my honeymoon and start.
Just start life.
Just things. I mean, not that things change hugely, but it's nice seeing my husband.
It's your husband.
You've got a husband.
I know, that's so weird though that you're husband and wife. Like that weirds me out. And when I see Zoe Foster Blake, I'm like, oh yeah, shit, you're married.
I'm married and shit, man.
So grown up.
It is and it isn't, because we'll always feel like how did this happen? We shouldn't be in this room with all these grown-ups, and who let us do that, and we were allowed to buy a house, and all these grown-up things, which I think keeps things fun.
Yeah.
Always that sense of delight, and
because you are legitimately like so into each other, like get a room into each other, which is nice.
Well, I think being friends is good first, and then you've got the scaffolding of respect and admiration and friendship.
Yeah.
And then you work out the physical.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of couples begin with physical and then try and work backwards from there.
Yeah, and it's hard, isn't it?
So our friendship's there's a lot to say for it, I think.